you, welcome back. Glad to see you this Saturday night. I'm hoping that you've had a fantastic day. We've had a great day. It's been full of laughter, lots of tears, and lots of reapplying of makeup, unfortunately for me, because Debbie made me laugh a lot today. She always makes me laugh. Yeah, happy tears. You're not sad tears. I've not been crying or anything, but definitely happy tears. So we've got a fantastic masterclass all organised for you. We've got the lovely Debbie with you for this masterclass as well. So if you've got any questions, please do message in and let us know what you're doing. We've got lots of special deals on the website. So let us know if you've got any questions, whether it's to do with glues, adhesives, any of our dyes, the sandwich on the Gemini machine. This is the opportunity for you to do that. If this is the first time you've ever watched us, welcome. If you've been here for a long time, welcome back. You know what to expect from a masterclass. Do remember this weekend, I've got to find my piece of paper that has the actual figures on it. We've got a Crafters TV 10% off, so it's CTV Special 10, and that will give you 10% off any purchase that you make today until 12 o'clock. Now, it's a single-use code. It's not a code that you'll find elsewhere, so you've not received it by email or anywhere else. It's just something that we're telling you about on the show today. So this will be sort of your last kind of opportunities for you to actually sort of take advantage of that special deal. Lots of people are messaging in to say hello. Kendall says, hello, everyone from snowing Minnesota. Oh, festive. Can you be festive in March? I reckon so. Georgianne says, hi Becky and Debbie from Clearwater, Florida. Denise says, hello from Virginia to all my crafty friends. June Woodhouse says, good evening. And Kay says, hi everyone from California. Continuing working on reorganising my craft room. What a job, it's getting better. Something we were talking about just a few moments ago, and I was saying how I keep moving boxes into different rooms in order to go and organise other boxes. But all that happens is I just spread my craft stuff all across the house. So I've got it in pretty much every room, including the bathroom at the moment. Jerry says, hello my fellow crafters from Southern Maryland. What fun to join Debbie, Becky and the crew from some inspiration. I do hope you're going to enjoy the shows today. One thing we're going to be looking at today, so we're looking at all sorts of different dyes. We're going to be looking at the everyday word dyes. So these are the ones that we've got here. Really good to make your first card, to adapt them. You can easily make a card very simply from these, but you can also use them in lots of different ways. So this one is your happy birthday. Then we have just for you. We then have on your special day. We have special friend, with all my love, and we have congrats you did it. But you're also going to be getting in this bundle a pack of your Solar Gold Cintura Pearl. And this is really, I mean, this is 75% off. This is £20 or $24. Plus you're going to be getting your 10% off if you're going to be using that code, though. CTV Special 10. Platinum price is £16 or $19.20. This is a crazy good deal. So do take full advantage of this, because you're not going to be able to get that extra 10% off after midnight, so it's going to go very quickly. Debbie, you've got some really beautiful samples for these.
Yeah, I really cannot believe the price of these. In fact, Jamie, work that out. I mean, that's less than £3 a die. I mean, that's ridiculous.
There's a lot of metal in them, isn't there?
A lot of metal,
and
you are getting that Centura Pearl as well, which is incredible. But yes, you're right. I've got amazing samples with these. It is such an incredible offer. These dyes are going to work so well. What I love about these, £2.85. I mean, $2.85 a die. Where could you go and buy a die this size for $2.85? Lots of metal for your money. That's absolutely incredible. You can make so many different things with these. You could trim these out. You could paper piece them. You can matte and layer the colours. But what's more, they're a three-way die, because not only can you die cut them, you can emboss them, and you can ink through them as well. Incredible. Excuse me. So many different ways that you can do them. Use whatever colour you've got in your stash. What I love about them, Becky, more than anything else, is the simplicity of them. Yeah. They literally die cut into your card, put a bit of paper on a bow and you're done. You really don't need a lot else. I think when you can make cards as spectacular as this with just a sheet of cardstock and that die, I mean, you've got everything you could possibly need. And I love the fact that we've got all those words still in stock, so they're going to last you throughout the whole year. Right, we're going to start simple. This is all about a masterclass. So the first thing we're going to do is just cut it into a card blank, which is what their true intention is for. Now, I think these are a bit of a cross. These are a bit of a hybrid between a creator card and an edgeable. For me, they're too big to just be an edgeable because they create the whole front of your card. So I love that fact that they're a bit of a hybrid that you're getting in these collection. Now, all I've done is I've took myself a 6x6 card blank, and on the front, we're just going to cut this out into the bottom. So I'm literally going to hover that down to the bottom here, and then we're going to use our low tack tape just to take that down. So a little extra bit of tape there across the top and then across that one. And then all we're going to do is place that into our machine and die cut that out. So nice and simple. Now, once you've die cut it out, you've got an option. So you can either just take it out and have that beautiful wording cut out, or you can leave it in the die and you can emboss it, which we're going to do just to show you those differences in that. So the first thing we want to do is do the die cutting. Now, in your Gemini or whatever die cutting machine you have, you will find that you will have an embossing mat. Some machines you might have to purchase an embossing mat, but the same technique applies whatever machine you have by using your embossing mat. So you can see there it's die cut beautifully, all of that. I'm going to turn it over so you can see where that's die cut, and then I'm going to bring in my embossing mat. So we're going to place that just right over the top. Next, you're going to take out your magnetic shim, because you never put your magnetic shim in with your embossing mat. Then your plastic shim and your top cutting plate on the top. So it's a bit like if you were just embossing a stencil or just embossing a thin metal die. So for any user manual, it will tell you how to emboss a thin metal die, and that's by taking out a shim and implementing the rubber mat.
If you didn't take out that magnetic shim, would it cut through the embossing?
The machine wouldn't take it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it would just push it back out. Yeah. What would happen for a little while, because of the pressure, it would actually, your mat would start to stretch out of the bottom, and then it would just stop, and then it would just take it, it would just bring it back out to you. Yeah, you can't affect anything with the Gemini. It will know what it doesn't like. So let's bring that out. That's got all that extra little detail that we've got in there. And then what we're going to do, we're going to do the third thing that these dies can do is ink through them. So again, still leaving that in the die, we're going to bring in our ink pad. So I've got my parakeet. Now you can use different colours, but I just want to show you the simplicity of just inking through one colour. Now remember, all this top half is going to come away. We're going to cut this away. Okay. So all I want to do, wherever I can see some white space, I'm going to ink through. So you can see where it's picking it up. So all that happy going through the top, you can see that's picking that up beautifully. Oh no. Oh no.
My mum's going to be really angry because I didn't buy her anything in the break. I didn't. Oh dear. These have been super popular because, I mean, you can imagine the, you know, this price, as someone said, bonkers bargains, absolutely right. So unfortunately, these are sold out, I'm afraid. I'm not surprised because that price was just incredible.
You know what Ben says?
Green on the screen so it won't be seen?
Well, no, it's not green though, is it?
No, it's red. Your spoon, you need some bread?
Don't scream and shout. It's now sold out. Well, we will get this done for everybody. Buy some bread. Yes, let's go buy some bread now they're sold out.
I was just thinking we need quite a few things in the house at the moment, don't we? Do we need bread?
No, we've got bread. We're okay. We need loo rolls and bin liners.
What colour are they?
Buy some bread.
We started off the day giggling and we'll continue throughout the whole of the day, and I'm sure it will be the same when we get back to the house tonight.
Absolutely. But look at that. Look, oh, and I've missed a bit there, so let me just take that right down to the bottom. Just missed that
looks
corner.
so great, doing that inking through the space, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It was just a shame not to do that. You've got to do that because it looks beautiful. And we're going to keep this really simple. So apologies that we don't have them in stock anymore, but if you've bought them, at least it's a good idea to see the sort of things that you can do with them. So I'm just taking some of our Centura Pearl. I'm taking some cardstock from one of our craft kits. I can't remember which one. It's from one of the big paper pads, 8x8 paper pads. It might be a celebration one. We know you out there will know which one it's from, but it was one out of one of those kits, out of the books that we've done the extra pads with. So we're going to pop that on there. Now, because this is quite dark, just so we can highlight those, the words from the inside, once I've put this on, I was looking at what else we could do to sort of elevate that. So if I turn that over, you can see it gets a little bit lost in there. So all I did was took a little square of vellum, and by placing it underneath, look how much that now pops.
Oh, yes.
So just, I mean, such a massive difference and just such a simple idea to do. So all I'm going to do is go across with my tape pen, just across the top and the bottom, and then pop that into place. So once that's in, you can't really notice the tape at all through there, so it's just a little bit darker, but that will add that to there. And then all I'm going to do is add a little foam pad onto our star. I've just cut out my stars. I just had some nesting stars. Use that same ink pad just to ink around the edges. Pop that into the middle, and then just as a really quick embellishment, we're going to pop that onto there.
Can I ask a quick question?
Absolutely.
You know, we had the corner punches this week, although was that last week?
Yep.
Will they work on vellum?
Yes, they will.
Okay.
That would be amazing on there. And actually, I don't know why I haven't thought, well, it's because they're not in the studio. I think we need to start using, like having the corner punches in the studio, because they are so good to use on everything. You could definitely use that on vellum. Look amazing. And there you go, just a really simple create a card die made with that amazing die. So if you've got that, well done, because they are amazing dies.
That is gorgeous, really like that, especially with that little bit of vellum, just lifts everything up. So if you did miss out on that, don't worry, we've got loads of other deals for you. So we do have a die cutting tool set. So first thing we've got in here is your die cutting, or your die brush, and your foam pad. You've also got extra little brush heads here as well. You've got your tape pen, so your normal straight tape pen. You've also got a 3-pack of low-tack tape. You've also got a pokey tool here as well, or 2 pokey tools. And then finally, you've got some Centura Pearl. This is your I never get it round the right way, Snow White, with a hint of silver. This is a really great deal. So all of that for just £10.37 or $16.77. And again, you can still apply that 10% discount, that CTV special, CTV Secret 10. Can never remember. CTV Secret, because it's been such a secret. So much for secret.
Roll off the tongue.
It doesn't, no. Why don't you just say Becky 10 or Debbie 10 for this weekend? It would have been much, much easier. So that is a really good option for you, especially if you're using sort of intricate kind of dies. If you're going to be using something like these dies, so these are your Grande edgeables, these are really quite useful, those tools that you've got there. This first one here is your elegant trellis, which is really, really pretty. I think these are all absolutely gorgeous. They make fantastic cards. Then you've got your gingham lace. The next one you've got is your balloon flowers. Then you have your rose garden.
I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden.
There'll be more singing later on. Daisy lace. I think this one is my favourite because I like the fact that you can lift up the little petals of the daisy and make them 3D. And then this is your chasing dragonflies. So this is going to serve... this is... Oh, George, we need to get you singing in the studio. This, again, is such a good prize. Actually, George is coming in. He's going to sing. He's not. He's got other things to do in the gallery. So this is £26 or $30. Platinum price is £20, $80 or $24. You're going to need to be quick if you want to get hold of this because it is definitely selling out very quickly. The MIDI, should we have a look at the MIDI? Yeah, so this again has been really popular. So this is the manual, one of the manual die cutting machines that we have. So this is the bigger one rather than the mini, which is the teeny tiny one. Fantastic value. They're really good. No, don't be misled by thinking because it's manual, it's not going to be able to cut out, have as much pressure as the actual Gemini because you still manage to cut out intricate dies, but obviously only on a sort of smaller platform. £59.49 or $76.46. Platinum price is £47.59 or $61.17. And again, you can use your discount on that, the 10% discount, and you'll also get 100 extra bonus points on this as well. So definitely worth grabbing hold of too. Lynn says that I sound like her with my Becky stash everywhere. I do have craft gubbins, as I'd like to call them, everywhere. Eve says, I love Becky's outside of the box way of thinking. Yeah, I'm a bit obscure like that. Rosalind said how that spotty paper, she really likes it, it's very pretty. And Gareth said, he's still singing. Becky says, Becky. Rhonda says, Becky, I want to do the craft along with you on air. How can we make that happen? I don't know. Yeah, can you email in? To the studio because I have got a craft along next Saturday and it's going to be a quilting craft along. So
you had someone and we were thinking, oh, no one would want to do that because of the sewing stuff. No, that's not what I meant because
no one would want to do a craft along with Becky.
No one would do one with Becky. Who would want to do that?
Oh, that'll be a nightmare. So yeah, if you do want to join in with one of the craft alongs, email crafterstvguest@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Not just for next week's craft along, but for any of the craft alongs that we've got coming up. Do let us know because it's always nice to have people crafting along with us. We always enjoy that. Right, Debbie, what are we going to be doing next?
Yes, let me show you some samples. So, I love these dies. They are beautiful, ornate, they're big and bold. I just love them. I think they're amazing. I love this card here. Again, it's all about concepts. It's all about what edge you can cut them onto. I think that is absolutely stunning. But what about just taking a small amount and putting it on the end of your tag? I absolutely love that. Just a little bit of trellis there. Just shows how decorative that can be. Maybe making a Z-fold card, one of Sarah's favourite cards to use. I think that is amazing to be able to do that. Cutting them into the front. These are slightly thicker dies as well, so you can cut through 2 pieces of card. You have to go through a couple of times and put your metal shim, but you can get that on both sides of your cardstock, which is amazing. Yeah. So pretty. Oh, and in fact, there's one that shows it just here. Look, can you see if I turn that round?
Oh, yes.
On that side and on that side. So you've got them both on each side, and then we've just layered another piece of pink just to make that pop at the side. Really pretty, isn't it? Really, and to think you could have that either way, it doesn't, you know, whatever side that you want that to go on, that's a beautiful card. And I love this as well, having a concept where you've got that side stepper card and using it on the side of that. It just looks amazing. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to create a domed front card. It's one of a card shape that I really like to do, especially if you like me, you like making boxes, because a dome front card, unlike the craft along that we did today, that even though it had a dome shape, it would fold flat, a dome front card would stay because we're putting that acetate into it, so it would stay rounded, so you would need a box to put it in. But I think it's a really nice way to do these cards and have that sort of border. So all we're going to do is we're going to use our border at the top. So all you need to do when you're looking at it, make sure, because when you look at it this way, you've got pretty straight edges on both sides. Just make sure when you turn it over, you know whereabouts your cutting edge is going to be, because if we was to put it that way, that's just going to cut that border off. So I want that border to go up to the top, and we want to cut it off across there. So I'm just going to evenly pop that in across there. I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap just so I can tape that down at the top so that doesn't rip my border at all. And then we're just going to put a little bit of tape on each side. So pop that onto there, just like so, and that one there, just so that it doesn't rip my cardstock. And then we can send that through just like so. So let's pop that into there, and then we can just send that through our Gemini. You could even use these border dies through your Gemini Mini. It'll go through your MIDI as well. So any small machine and up, it's going to go through all of them, which is amazing. It's going to cut them out just beautifully. These dies really do cut like a dream. So let's take that one out. They don't need anything else. You don't need to emboss these dies. You don't need to do anything other than tap them out, and you will see that that comes away. Look at that. I mean, it's just absolutely stunning. Now, because as I've cut that out, you can see it's took this end part off, but I'm not worried about that because what I want to do, so let me just take my tape away. Let's give that just a drop down. That will take all those little pieces out. And then my die is ready to go again. So let's pop all those out, bring that one in, like so, and then bring this in. Now, I've got another one, which is exactly the same, done exactly the same, but this time what I've done is, oh, I thought it's disappeared. I could have swore, oh, I've got... I've switched the wrong one over. I brought that one in thinking that was the one. I've literally, so I've just gone in at 1/2 inch on each side and scored that. Can you see? So that creates that border. That's why I wasn't worried about the ends being cut off there. So that's all you're going to do is score a 1/2 inch in on each side of that. That then gives us this part. I've then got myself a piece of acetate. So this acetate is, it's 6 inches by 2.5 inches, and that's going to fit perfectly on the inside. But what I want it to do is I want it to be at the top half. I'm not worried about the bottom half here. So again, we're just going to, I'm going to, in fact, let's use this one. I'm going to use that just to pop over there because I'm going to stick my dots on along there. So I'm taking my dotty tape pen and we're just going to add those dots on just this bit for now. So all the way along here.
These are really similar to cupcake wrappers. Do you remember cupcake wrappers?
Yes, I remember we used to do some as well.
They're not quite long enough, but you could put two together if you wanted to do. Used to do them for wedding cupcakes and have these sort of really intricate lacy wrappers around them. But these kind of edgeables really lend themselves to that kind of design.
They'd also be really good for napkin holders, wouldn't they, as well?
Absolutely.
Yeah, lots of different ways that you can use edgeables, and yeah, that's a brilliant idea, that one. Right, so pop that down and then bring in our acetate. That's going to go to the top part, just like so, making sure I get that straight all the way along. And then all we're going to do is use our scoring tool just to burnish that down. And that will make sure none of that will come away because we want to curl that. So it doesn't come off of the actual acetate.
I tend to forget that step, and it is important, isn't it?
It's really important, yes, because what happens is not only does it burnish it right into the medium that you're putting it onto, it also heats it up slightly, and the more you heat up something sticky, it gets more sticky. So there's no way that would take ages for me to peel that off now. So that's quite rigid on there. And I can see I've slightly put it on the wonk. So all I'm going to do is come across the top of there. Not that you would notice, just that when the light shines, you would then notice that that's a little bit more above. So once we've got that sorted out, the next thing I want to do is we've done quite a bit of paper piecing today, so I'm going to continue that. I put these in an order, and they've just, some of them have fallen off, so typical. But all we're going to do with this one, oh, it's actually gone onto my glass mat and seemed to have stuck itself. So I put mine through the Xyron.
Yep.
I'm not sure where that big one comes from yet, so I'm going to turn these around just to see. And I think I'm going to get my tweezers, if I can find some little tweezers along here. Oh, there we go, with some nice little ones there. That will do nicely. And then we're just going to take these pieces and pop them in. So I've got a feeling that's for my... I probably don't know. I'm just going to go with it and see where they fit in. So we're just going to do these roses. And I'm not doing a lot, I'm literally just doing 2 of them. Okay.
You don't need a lot, do you? Otherwise then it doesn't look, you know, you need to just do a few pieces to really get the effect.
But it's going to be, I've done it, I couldn't quite work out which way round I put them. And now I'm not going to be able to find them, am I? So it'll be even more difficult.
It's like a puzzle.
It's like a puzzle, but I'm just going to piece them where I think they should go, so I'm not going to worry too much.
Caroline French says, I love Z-fold cards. I make them a lot. I don't remember ever making one.
Oh.
Z-fold. I might have to, raise up my game with my card making. Kay said those edgeables make a real difference, but I always forget to use them. Yeah, I think sometimes you have so many different things. I mean, we've got so many different products you could potentially be using, and I think you end up going to the same thing over and over again, don't you?
Yep, totally.
Sometimes you look, I can't be the only person that sometimes looks in a box and thinks, oh, I forgot I ordered that. Or sometimes ordering something and then it arrives and you're like, I think I've seen that before, and then suddenly finding exactly the same thing at home in the box.
Yeah, we're all guilty for that, aren't we?
Absolutely. Oh, that looks lovely. I like the colour.
Yeah, so I've just used that same red that we were using earlier, just a really nice pop of colour. You don't need too much, so because it is just a case of popping it in. Oh, we don't want that bit yet. Let's pop, no, that's not in there, so I think we're going to go to a different part. That one looks good there. And I'm keeping it really simple, so even though I've not done myself any justice in where I'm putting things, that one looks like it goes there we go. I am keeping it simple by only paper piecing the two elements, the two roses. I didn't feel like it needed any more. I think it was really nice just to have those paper pieced in. And then we've got a couple of just those little tiny pieces. And again, it's just that having that little bit of time to pop them in. If you've got a Xyron machine, even better. If you haven't, we've got our hold and release sheets that you might have. Or if not, you can just cut them out of self-adhesive sheets. And all you do is lay that onto the cardstock that you want to lay onto, and then you die cut them. And then you've made them into stickers. Right, so hopefully we're on our winning way now. So we've just got that final flower to paper piece back in. And I think if you want to make such a nice card, you just sometimes have to take the time to do these little extras, and it makes such a big difference.
I don't know if you saw on social media, I posted my first card that I've got evidence of making, that I made for my nieces when my niece was born. Quite some time ago. So she is 8 years younger than me. So it was a long time ago. And it's got a diamond on it that I'm obviously pinched for my mum's section. It's just a piece of really flimsy, almost like the kind of newspaper print paper. It's really flimsy, and it's got a strawberry shortcake on the front, just stuck on. And I think, it's all about the embellishment as far as I'm concerned, because I was obviously very proud of strawberry shortcake and the fact that I'd found some big sort of gemstone and attached it to the card. And I'm quite touched that my niece still had it. She said she found a box and it had all the cards that were sent to her when she was born. And it says, welcome baby girl to your new home. So it was a new home card as well as a new baby card for me. When I was 8 years old, that's obviously what I thought new babies needed to be welcomed into a new home, because they were no longer, they're outside in the real world. But I think having a little bit of an embellishment on there is a key thing.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, I was quite...
so you posted it, did you say, on your social media?
I did, yeah. I was quite touched that my niece sent it, because it's all about her wedding at the moment, so it's all been, we've been trying to pull everything together to get, so she was sort of looking for some bits and pieces about her mum, because my sister passed away when she was sort of 39. So she wanted a few bits and pieces, and she found all these things that my sister had obviously kept for her, which is lovely.
Oh,
nice to have all those things.
Yeah.
I did say I also made you a pom-pom. If you can find that, I was very proud of that pom-pom. It was the closest thing I actually got to making something really for her. But yeah, she hasn't managed to find that. That's disappeared into the ether.
Right, now I've made this piece off. I can't wait to see your photos, by the way, of the wedding. It's going to be amazing. Oh, George is a big part of it as well.
He is, yeah. So yes. George is going to be doing the video for the wedding, so very much looking forward to that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the wedding. I'm looking forward to the cake. The donut cakes.
Is that what it is? A donut cake?
A donut cake.
I've actually lost.
George is allowed some, but only a tiny bit.
Only a little bit.
He's going to be
believe
using the
it.
drone to come in and attach himself to the and take up all the donuts.
I've actually lost a bit of my card, which is very disappointing, but I will show you my finished one. I've actually lost the strip of card I had to go across the bottom. But I'm not going to worry about it. It'll turn up
on the
afterwards.
floor?
I've looked and I can't see it.
are.
Yes, I can't actually see it, so I don't know what I've done with it.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that loses things, because quite often when I'm doing a show, I'm like this, throwing stuff out of the way that I just seem to lose when I'm doing things.
Well, I've got this horrible feeling, perhaps I didn't even include it. You know, sometimes when you're just putting things together and you think, I've probably just not included it.
Never mind. I think it is very nice as it is.
Absolutely, yes. And I've got my finished one to show you. But all I'm doing now is I've created, so my main card here is 5.5 inches by 5.5 inches. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that round and place that behind that part of the card, so just onto there, like so. And then we're just gonna make sure, massage that down. Like I said before, the more you sort of work that in, the stickier the glue will become. And you can see this is a bit longer than my front of the card because that's where I want to make it into a dome. So all I'm gonna do is using my fingers, I'm just slightly trying to curve this.
Okay.
And what that will do, it'll just give it a bit of shape, stretch the fibres in the card, and then, acetate is very manipulable.
Malleable.
Malleable, not manipulable.
Not Malibu, but malleable.
Not Malibu either, yes.
Manipulable.
Manipulable, that'll do, yes, there's not a word at all.
Sounds like a toy you can get.
But look, it gives us that beautiful dome front. So actually, you could just leave it like that if you just backed it, but we're going to actually back it onto a piece of card. So we're going to pop that into place. So all we're going to do, and in fact, I will use our tacky glue as I've already done my dome front. And
I like that paper that you've got on the front. That's very pretty. It's like strawberries. So it feels like strawberries.
It is roses. It's out of our, I think it's called something watercolour. I have a traditional watercolour pad, quite an old pad. Yes, I think it's out of that. But like I say, we always have people that will know exactly what pad that's off of. So because that's a wet glue, I can manoeuvre that into place. And we can then just make sure that that is all completely down. So just do the front pieces and the side there. And then where I was going to put my sentiment on the top, because I haven't got that bottom piece, I'm going to put this on the bottom. So let's just grab a piece of foam pad and we will pop that right in the centre. And then I'll show you my other finished one. So let's pop that into there.
That's lovely.
And there we go. So we've got this one, and then the other one I've done slightly different, where we've put that piece of card on the bottom, and then we've just put our birthday wishes above the top. But either way you do it, it's just a nice way to do that dome front card.
I really like that. I'm going to try that when I get home.
There you go.
Obviously not tonight, but maybe
you could do it with your mum. You could be crafting with your mum.
I know, yeah. I'm going to have to pop over there with all my bits and pieces.
Yes.
And the boxes of stuff that I've created for her. That's
Amazing.
fantastic. Really like that. I do have a message from Lindsay who asked about the discount code. I keep fluffing it when I say it, so I've actually got it on a piece of paper now. It's CTV Secret 10. So that's CTV Secret 10. That is going to give you a 10% discount on anything. It's a single-use code, and it's only valid until midnight tonight. So CTV Secret 10. I hope that helps. We do have some other bits and pieces for you. So we've got some of our luxury cardstock here. We've got a selection of these. This is green, then we have blue, and we also have red here. So 90 sheets altogether, £19.50, $31.50. These are a mixture of different kinds of cardstock. So you can see here you've got that mirror card, you've also got that sort of satin kind of sheen down here, and you've got that encapsulated glitter card as well. So really good deal. Platinum price is £15.60 or $25.20, and again you can still use that code CTV Secret 10 as well. Another item we have on the show is this bundle. So these are all your cutting tools here. So we've got a whole host of different cutting tools that you might like to use. So you've got your cutting mat, so centimetres, upside down. centimetres on one side, and then you've got inches on the other side. So really, really useful. This has got a bit of a texture to it, so it's not going to slip. So if you're reluctant to use the glass mat because you're a bit scared about cutting on it, this might be the way to go to have this mat here. You're also going to be getting an edge crimper. You'll be getting an acrylic ruler as well here. You'll also be getting your craft knife. So you've got one with a straight blade, and you've got one with a swivel blade as well. You've also got extra blades inside here. So these are really good. They're nice and ergonomically correct. They're nice to hold, which makes a difference. Rather than using like a traditional, I used to use like a surgeon's scalpel. Not one I pinched from a surgeon, but what that just used to be the ones I'd have. They were very, very thin, and they were quite painful. By the time you'd cut round a few things, you had like an indent in your finger from pressing down, but these are much more ergonomically correct. And then finally, you've got a set of scissors here as well, all included in this bundle. Fantastic value, £25, $35. Platinum price is £20 or $28. And of course, you're going to be getting your 10% off by using that and buying that today before midnight tonight. So we're going to have a quick break, and we will see you back in a couple of moments with some more great bargains.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
The one that was really funny, Ben. You did.
It was better than your I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan.
I am a gnome and I live in a caravan.
Can we clip that? We'll do it. Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the products.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. and it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
It feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
Massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously. The people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
Hello, welcome back. We've been having a trip down memory lane. It started by looking at memories on Instagram and then went back to old people on EastEnders from some time ago. Who remembers Wellard the dog? Anybody remember him? I haven't watched, I think we watched a little bit of Coronation Street last night.
I know, we didn't know who anyone was.
I said, I've never seen these people in my life. And I said, is Betty not still there? And she died about 25 years ago. Betty's hot pot.
And then lo and behold, she was on the wall with a picture. I mean, there's Betty.
Just goes to show nothing changes in Soapland. Oh dear. We're going to have a look at, we're going to get back to work. Who's Phyllis?
Phyllis, yeah, very gruff voice.
Oh dear. We can't keep laughing like this. We just can't. Stop. Shh. This is your modern edgeables. So this is a really beautiful one. This is your Japanese anemone. Really stunning. We had some really beautiful samples of this. Using it as an edgeable. Don't make me laugh.
They're being very naughty.
There's lots of impressions of people from soap operas in my ears. It's almost like the whole cast of Emmerdale, Coronation Street and EastEnders are in the gallery at the moment. This is Japanese anemone.
Mickey!
Pat, 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 pat.
Oh, yeah, Mike.
If none of you watch soap operas, you're just going to think, what on earth are they going on about? Next one is your proud peacock. This is really beautiful. And I think actually on one of the samples, it's almost like there's gemstones inside the tails of the peacock. I'm trying to be sensible here. I don't want to lose my job from laughing too much. Romantic Rose, you saw us use this. Oh, no, not this one. The next one you saw us use. But this is really beautiful, as well as your tulip, which you saw earlier on today. And so this collection of 4 different dyes, £28.86, $37.46. Remember to use your 10% code, CTV Secret 10. I don't know how many times I've said that code today, but it's going to give you 10% off, so it's definitely worth doing. I'm going to have a look at a few comments before we get started again. Lois said it was a very pretty card. Anne Fleming says, joining a little late, I had to pick up my Crafters Companion packages from my local box, from my lockbox. I think everybody has loads of packages arriving, don't they? You know, we always look, like I said, I don't really know what I've ordered half the time. Louise says, yes, good old Wellard. Oh, what was, there was a woman, an elderly woman, had a little dog. Ethel.
Willie.
Ethel's
Willie was the dog.
Kim Tate in Emmerdale, do you remember her?
Yes.
And Lynn says, oh yes, you can keep laughing, it's infectious and it makes us laugh. Debbie's laugh, sometimes, I've got it recorded on my phone, sometimes when I feel sad I just listen to your laugh. In fact, I might even change it to my ringtone.
Someone did do that once before.
I think I have to do that, because Debbie definitely has an infectious laugh. Do remember to message in if you've got any questions, any ideas, or you just want to remember old fictional characters from soap operas. We're quite happy to listen to whatever you want to give us.
Or your funniest moments from TV, but not us.
No, not us. No, well, they're funny moments. Because we were talking earlier on about I'm a Celebrity, weren't we?
Yes.
And the funny items that happened in I'm a Celebrity.
Oh, yeah.
I always liked, was it Gillian McKeith? Who was who
fainted?
The bowel doctor who fainted, but was putting down her Spanx or keeping her tummy covered. That was quite entertaining. Would you go on I'm a Celebrity?
No.
No?
Not at all. Not at all.
Do you not like creepy crawlies?
No, I don't mind the creepy crawlies. I can cope with all those. Oh, I love Ant and Dec. I've got a little secret crush on Ant and Dec.
Oh, me too. But mine's not very secret.
Oh, well, mine's not now.
I post my decorations up every Christmas. I've got little heart-shaped acrylic decorations with photographs of Deck from his heyday in the 90s. Yeah, Deck's of Deck. I do. And I even invited him to my birthday party. Not when I was a child, when I was 40, I invited him to my birthday party and he didn't come. I was very disappointed.
Oh,
but,
shame. Does he not? Who is he? Does he not know who you are?
I know. He only lives around the corner. I should have just gone over and knocked on the door. I said, come on. He was out on his stag do, so I think that is the...
Oh, yeah,
that's the reason he didn't come, not because he thinks
course, not because
that crazy woman, she's a stalker. But you wouldn't do it for the creepy crawlies?
No, it's because I'm claustrophobic.
Oh, okay.
So I can't even watch when they go underground and do the tunnels.
Oh, really?
I can't even watch it. I literally close my eyes until they're done.
That's probably what you should do when you're underground anyway, when they're doing those trials.
Yeah, and when people say they're claustrophobic and they do it, I just think they're not claustrophobic.
No.
Because I cannot even look, let alone do it. I just wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
No. Or just, no.
Not
very
for
good.
you.
No, it's not
We'll
for
find
me.
another show for you to do.
Yeah, definitely not that one. Well, you've got to be famous enough to do that one, really, haven't you? So,
I'm not sure I understand.
I don't know why my watch keeps going off today.
Your watch says, I'm not sure I understand.
I'm not sure
even
I
your watch
understand.
says, Debbie, you are famous enough to do these shows.
Oh, is that what it was telling me? Yeah, I'm not famous enough. It's like, I'm not sure I understand. Of course you're famous. Right, let's have a look at some of these samples because they are truly beautiful. This card screams summer. I think what an amazing Mother's Day card this would make. An Easter card, a birthday card, I mean, honestly, this one would go for anything. And I love the colour combo. That popper yellow, that pink, it just looks absolutely beautiful. The tulips is absolutely stunning. I think there's something very simplistic, very elegant about that one. Decorate the inside of your cards as well. I think that is absolutely gorgeous. The anemone, I think, is a really lovely one and a very underused flower. It's very pretty. We're going to be using the anemone in the first demo. And the peacock. I mean, the peacock is just lovely. It's going to go so well with some of our other collections, like our Roaring 20s. That would be lovely on because of the colours of the blue in there. But also our peacock collection that we've had out in the past. That would be a lovely one to go for. What about doing it in those monochrome colours? So that all blue there, which looks amazing. I absolutely adore this card. I think that's got to be one of my all-time favourites. I think that's a beautiful way to use that, where you've got those two tones of greys in the background and then that popper colour by paper piecing. We've then got another one with the peacock. Absolutely love that one. And actually, that's used with the chinoiserie collection. So the papers in your chinoiserie. Yeah, they are so nice. Yeah, and the toppers and the sentiments, that's all from the chinoiserie, which is amazing. This one I love because it doesn't actually look like an edgeable. I think that just is very clever. Get the right way up there. It's just absolutely pretty. And one more there, which is another really clever way of doing these, is you're cutting it into the back of the card, but look at that. It literally is cut into that piece of card, so you can see it's cut out. Very clever, isn't it?
Yeah.
No name on that one, so but it is absolutely beautiful. Right, so let's use that anemone. What I do want to bring in as well is we do have some amazing pens on the show, which are our tricolour aquas. These are amazing because what they are is they're a tri-blend pen, like you would expect from our normal pens, but these ones have different colours in them. So you've got sort of your yellows and orange and reds in here. You've got your 3 different types of greens. All these colours. This one, purple, pink, and then sort of like a mauve colour. Because they're watercoloured, it means they're going to mix really well together. They're much easier than what they are to alcohol colouring. So we're going to do a bit of colouring with those.
So 25% off on those at the moment. So
no,
again,
that's amazing.
Worth getting. And remember, even more because you can add your 10% discount.
Wow, that's really, really good. Yeah, they're amazing pens. Absolutely amazing. Right, so again, just make sure that you know, I mean, on this one you can see it's got that sort of shaped edge. That's where our cutting out edge is going to be. And I'm going to do this onto some black cardstock. So we're just going to place that to the edge. Just make sure we've got plenty of room. And then we're just going to add our tape down that side and that one. And then we can cut that one out. So just like so. So pop that into place and then run that one through. So nice and easy, black piece of card to start with. Now the reason I've done a black piece of card, because I want to bring in a watercolour piece of card, which is the same size card, but this time we can lay it over the top, and we're going to actually paint through. So let's pop that one. So this is a good way to, if you don't like doing paper piecing, or you don't have time to paper piece, or it might just not be your sort of craft. So what I would say is to, this is a really great one to do that with. So let's take all those little bits away, and then we will pop that onto here. Now the first thing I want to do, you can see, is it has a little edge. So we're going to just trim up that piece. And then at the top here, trim that piece away as well. And then that gives us our perfect edge. And then what I would say is you want to tape that down onto your card, and then either with your scissors or with a craft knife, just go round and cut all that outside edge. It's really easy to do. You just literally follow that black edge and literally just take all away that rest of that side. So you get that coming round at the side, and then once you've stuck it down, you'll end up with this one. So I wanted to sort of switch to that piece because we then want to colour. So that's already on here. Because I'm using watercolours and watercolour cardstock, I'm not worried about getting this on my black because it's not going to notice at all. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use our pink. So we've got pink in here, and I'm just going to scribble some down onto my mat. I'm also going to take some orange there, so let's pop some of that down as well, and that's going to be used for my leaves. And then we've got some blue, so I want to use the teal, which is quite a darker blue, and then also I'm going to use that bud green, which is that top one. So let's pop that on my... So you can use this. I mean, we have something very, very special coming on Monday, Becky. I don't know if you've seen it, but we're having a look on First Look tomorrow with Jam, but we've actually got our first mixed media mat. Ooh. Yes, so you'll be able to do this without using your mat, so you can leave this nice and clean and free, so it doesn't matter. Ooh. And it's literally a silicone mat which you can paint with, use your inks with, but it also comes with some amazing glitter pastes. Oh, oh, that's exciting, isn't it? Very exciting. I can't wait. So 2 p.m. Well, actually, it'll be 11 a.m. tomorrow that we'll be showing some of it. But 2 p.m. our Jan's going to be taking a first look at it and just looking at everything that's in that collection, including new stencils. So you're going to want to come back for that. Right, I'm using this is the Chamber ink, sorry, not Chamber of Ink, Chamber of Water pen that comes with our Academy of Colour. So these are at the side. So I'm just using this. You could just use a normal paintbrush to use onto there, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to take that yellow ink to start with, and we're literally just going to put that colour through onto here. Just need a little bit of water come through, so I'm just going to give that a squeeze. There we go. And then pick up my ink.
You just fill up with normal water. You don't have to put sort of distilled water in there or anything like that?
No, not at all. Just got a bit too much now. It's running through. So let me just take some of that off. No, just regular water that you can put on there. You don't even, you could use your glitter, your sparkle brush, sparkle pen. That would be good as well. So we're just putting a bit of that. And then I'm just going to go into my pink, and we're going to put that pop of pink down in there as well. And you can see I'm not being too careful because it's watercolour. I can go back in and I can add more or less, take some away. If I don't like the look of it, all I need to do is add a bit of water and then blot it up. So it's like a form of faux bleaching. But I actually want this to look quite, I'm going into my leaves there. I actually want to make this look like it's watercoloured. And then once we've done that, I'm going to go back in with the yellow and just make sure that we add some more into there. I love this technique because I think because we've got that watercolour underneath, it just gives you a different look every single time. And you can mix your colours. I mean, you wouldn't think that you could mix a pink and an orange like this and it looks so nice.
That's really effective, and I like the idea of being able to use the pens in a different way. You know, rather than just pens, being able to paint with them. It's great.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's really quick. You see how quick we're doing this. We're not doing anything that's hard for anyone to be able to follow. The good thing about this is it will dry quite quickly as well because we're not using a lot of water. So then let's go back to the pink, and then again, come out with the pink. Yeah, I love watercolouring. I think it's a really, really nice way to colour. It's very forgiving, so it's a really easy way to get a pop of colour with little effort, really. And then let's come back in, let's just wipe that pink away and come back in with that yellow.
Terry Anderson says she shares your, she understands your claustrophobia. I have a hard time going through the automated car wash. That's quite, I always find that quite scary, going through the car wash. I think, was there a Final Destination thing where that was, you know, how people got, you know, sort of injured or something like that? It wasn't, but I just always think, because you don't know what's going on, you know, it's quite dark, and as a child, I think kids find it quite scary, don't they? All these big sort of brushes and, you know, all the foam everywhere. It can be quite scary, so I understand that. Neferiti says, these modern edgeables will look lovely with the shimmer inks, or even better with some new glitter paste coming soon.
Oh, yes.
Is that
absolutely.
Did you say you've got glitter paste coming on Monday? Or
Yes,
first look,
tomorrow.
so?
We'll have first look tomorrow, and then yes, it's they are coming. It's the first time we've done our own branding like that, and yeah, they're just going to be amazing. I can't wait. And obviously, Jan is our mixed media guru, so I can't wait to see what her take is on them. It's just going to be amazing. I'm hoping she's going to teach me a lot myself. Right, so I'm not going to do much more. I have a finished one. I just wanted you to see how quick and easy that starts to come together and looks like that beautiful watercolour. So when you finish, what I would do is you could spritz this and then pick it up with some paper so you don't waste it. But just for demo purposes, we're going to take that away. And then I'm going to bring in my next one, so you can see once you've watercoloured it, your whole image is going to look like this. So you just continue with your watercolours. What I also did is I trimmed up my friend with my sentiment that was in my stash, and I've done the same. So I've used the same colours, those greens, blues and the yellows, just to go over, and then I've on a piece of card, and then I've die cut it out so it then blends in. And then what I want to do is I'm going to, because as we're looking at this, it looks like something that needs to go down the side, but I want to show that we can actually do it across the top of our card. So what we're going to do is I'm going to bring in my card blank. I'm going to do a little easel card. So on the bottom here, all I've done is got myself some black cardstock. I've put some little dots on there. I've put some foam on a roll on the back. Foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll. Hey! I did it! That's the first time we've done that in every show.
Sorry for anyone that didn't want to hear that, but you
There's
know,
lots of people
Saturday.
that don't, but we like it.
Exactly.
We like it. We do. Do you know the other version, Becky?
I do know the other version.
Foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll. It's quite hard, that end bit. That's why I tend not to do that bit. Yeah, it's a little bit more difficult. So with this one, because I want that to, yeah, just literally, just straight back to the demo there. I'm going to just go onto the back there and know that I'm not going to put my glue past that bit. So let's just go here, across there, like so, and then we can stick that to the front of our card. So just pop that into that middle section, like so. And then all I'm going to do is turn that over and burnish that down, like so. And then we're going to use our friend here. Let's peel that off. We're going to pop that right across our card there. So let's pop that across there, and then just very gently make sure that that is popped right down into that cardstock. And then let's put our little eye on. Make sure we dot our I's, just like so. And then I've done just a little extra little pieces here, which I've used my hole punch just to give some little variations there, coming down the side, just to bring it, tie it all in, like so. Put those all in, and then I've got a gift. So a friend, it says a friend is a gift to give yourself.
Oh,
that's very nice, isn't it? And then all I've got here is I've got a little send in love and best wishes, and I've got a little butterfly. Again, just cutting that out. Let's pop that in.
What's your go-to embellishment? Is it a butterfly?
I think probably a flower.
Flower.
Yes, definitely a flower, or possibly a bow. I always put a bow on things, so I quite like a bow.
Mine's a strawberry shortcake.
I like that. Right, so we just put our send in love and wishes, and there we go. If I turn that round, we've got our beautiful easel card with our watercolouring.
I love that effect. Really, really beautiful.
Just a little bit different, that one,
does,
isn't it?
Yeah. Michelle says such nice colouring. It almost reminds me of, you know, they get those chalk pens when people do, you know, have a big sort of chalkboard outside a cafe.
Yep.
And they do some beautiful things. That looks like that kind of
Yes, I know what
way
you
of
mean,
doing
yes.
it. Marcel says, these flowers look beautiful. I want to watercolour now. And Louise was singing with us. That's
Yay.
good. And they're really lovely. So these are our modern edgeables here. So this is your die collection of 4 different dies. This first one is your Japanese anemone. Then we have our peacock. This is the proud peacock as opposed to the sad peacock. This one is your romantic rose. And then this one is your tulips as well, spring tulips. So £28.86, $37.46, but it's not that price if you use the code of CTV Secret 10, and you'll get 10% off. So that is worth doing. Now we're going to have a look at the 12 by 12 pads we've got here. We've got 3 different ones here. You're getting 24 sheets in each. This one is the gold, so you've got this beautiful gold, sheeny, almost like a pearlescent card here, up until you get some really beautiful, rich glitter card as well. This is encapsulated glitter card, so it's smooth to the touch. It's not going to come off and go all over your floor. So that is your gold. Then you've got the same in rose gold. So again, you've got that beautiful sheeny. You can see that looks really, really stunning, that colour. And you've also got glitter card in there in that rose gold colour. And then finally, you've got sparkling silver, or as I like to call it, elephant. Elephant with a bit of pearl here. It's like a really sort of beautiful. I called it glitter elephant, didn't I? Sparkle elephant?
No.
It's like an elephant that you've
Oh, what was it you called? I'm going to have to go back and have a look now.
Okay, it was my sparkling or something like that. I've got elephants on the brain. I had some photographs of my son. He's in an elephant sanctuary at the moment. And beautiful glitter here in silver. Great price for all of these, 72 sheets altogether, £39.50, $45.50, and you're also going to be getting that 10% off, so don't forget that. I keep mentioning it because I don't want you to miss out by not getting your 10%. We've also got some A3 Centura Pearl. This is really great. I mean, there have been loads of demonstrations using the A3 card. This is really well worth getting. So this one is your Snow White with a hint of silver. This is 30% off at the moment. And then you've got your Snow White with a hint of gold. If I hold the 2 up, you'll probably be able to see a bit of idea of the different colours here. I've got pastels. Oh, do you want pastels as well? Yeah, pastels. I'll go and get those ones. Hold on. Here you go. It's seamless. So you buy these 2 and you get that one for free. So you've got all these pastel colours in your A3 card. So you've got some beautiful lilacs.
You wanted to keep that, didn't you? That's why you didn't show it.
Shh. And yellow. I don't think there are 7. Are they 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? It's Snow White and the 5 pastels. Lilacs, yellows, blues and greens there. Yeah, I was keeping them over there because I hope nobody was going to notice. So 70 sheets all in total. £25.50. That's a really good deal, isn't it? Really good.
Very good
They're
deal.
all good deals, let's be honest. We also have a great deal on your tricolour pens. So you're going to be getting, there's 4 sets here, 3 in each pack. Let me see if I can hold them all up at the same time. Probably not. So you buy 3. Buy 3 and you get 1 for free. There we go. Really great idea to get all these tricolour pens. So 12 pens altogether. They are all in different colours. So you've got some sort of base colours there. There's not sort of unusual colours that you're never going to get a chance to look at. If I hold these boards up, you'll get a better idea. So you've got all those essential neutrals. These are your great outdoors colours. We've got Colour Basics, and you've also got that Floral Meadow. So £29.87, $44.85. Platinum price is £23.90 or $35.88. But it's also going to include your 10% CTV Secret 10. You'll get your 10% off as well. Now we're going to go over to Debbie and have a little bit more at the next item you're going to show us. So
yeah, the Grande edgeables. Yeah, these are beautiful ones. So I'm going to show you a slightly different design of what you can do with them. And also, just because you've got a big die, I mean, these dies are 7.5 inches long. So they're a lovely big die. But I'm going to just use it on a 6x6 card blank. But what I want to do is use it as a tent fold, so it's folding across the top. And then we're going to place this across the middle. So we're going to open that out. And then what you can do is if you look at the back, it's easier to see where your design is. So you know then what you're putting on where you want that design to be. So you could sort of, I know there is pretty much central to my pattern. Can you see? I've got the same pattern on each side with these two here. So we're going to just pop that across like that, and then we're going to cut that out. So let me just grab my tape and pop that across the bottom bit there. So just along there, pop that down, and then we can run that one through. So we're going to pop that into there and then pop that on and then run it through. So you could, I suppose, put this in your junior because you can lean that. I put that a bit of a wonk. There we go. Just run that one through there. Yeah, I'm trying to think of how you could run it through your junior, but because you're only using, it's 9 inches, your junior plate, so you would be able to do it on there, and 6 inches across, so it would be plenty. So let's let that one run through. Now you might all be screaming at the TV and saying, Debbie, you've put it on the wrong way, because when I take this across, it's took that off. But I wanted to do it that way. So we're going to fold that back across. Let me turn my balls around because I'm starting to get a banana shape, not rotating, naughty. We're just going to pop that down. So that's our first one. Then what I want to do is using this die again. So I'm going to take that one off. I'm just going to take all the bits and pieces out. The reason I'm bashing it and not bashing it against the side is because I don't want to make a load of mess. So I'm actually just trying to get it all onto my plate because otherwise I've got to sweep up before I go home tonight.
Or Tracy will shout at you.
Oh, no, she doesn't. She always tells me not to bother. She said it's her job, she'll clean up. But I actually, it's the only time she doesn't shout at me. But I don't like someone else cleaning up my mess, so I like to always sweep up. So I am Georgia. I would hate to think. I do it everywhere I go, whether I'm down at Hobby Maker, wherever I am, I clean up my own mess.
Excellent.
So,
I know to leave the washing up for you.
I clean up my own washing up, but I leave everyone else's in the sink. Now that same piece of card that's come off of there, we're going to use that because that is the piece that's going to go on the bottom. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this on the bottom part. So all I'm going to do is turn that round, get that to that point again where we create the same amount. So I'm coming across there. So I've got a little bit of that triangle. That will give me the opposite of what I've already got. We could take that piece, need a new piece, I think. There we go. We're going to take a bit of tape off, just tape that into place. And then that is going to give us our decorative border at the bottom. And because we're using that same piece of card, it means that it's going to cut that same. I'm going to switch my plates about a bit because I'm not being very good at rotating them. There we go.
I forget to do that.
I know, but I did notice that we are getting a little bit of a banana shape, so I need to start doing it. But it doesn't matter because I've noticed it. That will start to ease itself out the other way now, so I'll just cut on that a bit more. So that's our next one, so let's bring that one in. And then we can take that piece away so that we don't want that, and we've just got that extra border along the bottom like so. And that's going to give us our bottom border, just like that, okay? So the next thing I want to do is to create a piece in the middle, and I would use a piece of card that you know is going to work really well. So for me, craft card is absolutely brilliant. So you can see when you bring, I think there's something very classic, but also something very designer looking with craft card. So you can see straight away that's made that look absolutely beautiful. So we're going to place that on the inside, and that's going to act. So you could use a piece of acetate if you wanted to, but I want to use my craft card to pop those two pieces into place. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is use our dotted tape pen to pop along the top. So let me find, I must have a scrap piece of card. Yes, there we go. Let's pop that onto there. And then we can use our dotted tape pen to put all those dots across, like so. And then we can stick that one to our cardstock. Just while I've got that there, I'm going to do the same with our other piece. There we go.
It's such a pretty design.
Really pretty, isn't it? Yeah,
Rosalind
so
says,
nice.
I'd use a Grande edgeables as a photo border on a scrapbook page.
Oh, that's a good
nice.
idea.
Yeah.
Very nice idea. Yeah, that's lovely.
But Rachel says, oh, Debbie, you're bashing blade side down. Law of court, Leanne, for you. Leanne would not be happy. She doesn't like us bashing the dies, does she?
I know, she doesn't, not at all. I think she's a little bit more on board with it than what she was in the past.
Is
but
she? Okay.
Yeah, and I do drop it blade side down because it just makes them all fall out. If I dropped it the other way, they'd all pop up and hit me in the face. Don't want to see that. Yeah, I'm a bit naughty. Right, and then the bottom piece we're going to then put across, and that's going to match beautifully. We're a bit wonky. Can you see my die moved a little bit? So actually, I'll tell you what I am going to do. Let's move that across, because I can always trim that rather than it be wonky. I think that's still a little bit wonky. Let me go from there. Could be my top one. Ah, there we go. So let's just take that across like that. There we go. So that would just, and all I'm going to do with that, because it was a little bit, and that's only where I cut it out, it just moved slightly. I should have put two pieces of tape down. I'm just going to cut those borders along from there. So just like so. And then that little bit on the edge. And also the die could just stretch those fibres a little bit, so it's always good to just make sure that you've got it straight and then just cut off that excess. So let's pop that down like so. That's better, we're more straight now. And then all I've done is I've got myself a little decoupage flower, so one of our yellow roses, because I thought it looked quite rustic enough to be able to do a nice card like this. And this piece of card, believe it or not, was out of our Be Beautiful collection.
Okay.
And I just thought it was a nice summer yellow, which just made that pop. So let's turn that over and pop some glue on the back. And this is just going to go in our centre part of our card. So if you've got someone that's having maybe a bit of a rustic wedding this year, or this is the sort of card you could be making them, and it would just be beautiful. And actually you could do this in whatever colours the bride and groom's wedding colours are in.
That's a hint for me.
Well, I was just going to say, do you know the colours?
I do. I'm maid of honour.
Oh, so what are your colours? What is your bridesmaid dress? Are you allowed to tell?
Basically, it's the same colour as my bangle. It's a very pale jade green.
Oh, nice.
Like a sage green. It's nice.
Very
it's
nice.
very nice. Yeah, so it's, I think all the flowers, you know, those kind of colours, maybe there was a hint of pink. So very nice. I'm looking forward to it.
It'd be so
as my husband says, I'm going to be my niece's something old. And if it's chilly, I'll be her something blue as well. But yes, it should be good fun.
Absolutely,
great time.
it'd be amazing. Yeah, it'd be so lovely. Let's hope we got some nice weather. Right, so we're going to put that flower there, and then what I've done is I've got my special friend here, one of our sentiments, and again I've just used that black to tie in. I felt like it all needed a little bit grounding, and all we're going to do is apply that to the front. Let me just grab some foam pads to pop on the back there.
Michelle says, is it a 4x4 size card?
No, 6x6.
6x6, lovely, thank you.
And then another one on there, and we're just going to use that in. Pop in there for special friend. I'm just going to have that slightly below so I don't hide all of that pretty paper panel in the centre. And there we go, there's our beautiful special friend lattice card there.
I love that one.
Oh.
It's I love using that craft card. I think it's really, like you say, it's really underrated craft card.
Yes,
isn't
it is, absolutely.
It's beautiful,
yeah.
very, very nice. Like that one a lot.
Thank you very
So
much.
this is your Grande edgeables. This one is your elegant trellis. Then you have your gingham lace. You've also got your balloon flowers. You've got your rose garden.
Pardon, I never promised you a rose garden.
You've got daisy lace, and you've got
Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer too. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage, I can't afford a carriage, but you'll look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle made for two.
And this one is chasing dragonflies.
Don't go chasing
dragonflies.
dragonflies. That's George, that's a George one.
I don't think we can fit any more singing into the show. So that was £26 or $30, but do remember you're going to be getting that 10% off CTV Secret 10, so don't forget that.
Welcome to Crafters
Again,
TV.
we're going to have to show you very quickly. Oh, did you just forget I was talking? How very rude. How very rude. You're telling me just played by accident. You didn't press a button. Yeah, just accident. The mini, you really need to have a quick look at this while we've got it. This is our largest manual die cutting machine. So it's just got a handle, you don't need to plug it in. It makes it very portable, great for taking on holiday. Perhaps not taking it on holiday if you're going clubbing to Ibiza or you're going skiing, probably no use to you then, but if you're going away to a nice seaside town on a caravan or something like that, this is absolutely perfect. So this is £59.49, $76.46. You'll also get 100 extra bonus points for this. And of course, you can again use that 10% code off that as well. So definitely worth getting if you want another sort of more portable Gemini. It's got the same kind of pressure, you'll still be able to cut the same type of things, but it's just completely manual rather than needing to plug it in. So we're going to go to a break because George is desperate for us to go to a break. Just keeps cutting me off. I keep seeing it coming up on the screen saying, oh, come on, shut up, Becky. You need to we need to go to a break. So we're going to go to a break. I think George just needs a cup of tea. Well, so we'll see you in a couple of moments.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. So, join our family of craft experts with live tutorials and demonstrations every day. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products here on Crafters TV. Get creative and craft along with our amazing deals. Your next craft project is only a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week or watch on catch up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook or our YouTube channel. You can chat to us, craft along and meet new friends in our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
You all had time with each other! You're not through to boot camp. Get off!
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. So, stop what you're doing and enjoy the fun here on Crafters TV. Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get your hands on the latest crafty must-haves. Leave the hard work to us while you shop from the comfort of your own living room. Head to the Crafters Companion website to see our full crafty range, or hit the Shop the Day button to see all the new and exciting products featuring on Crafters TV. Once you've filled your cart, leave it to us to get your crafty goodies to you in super quick time, so you can get on with being creative. Crafters Companion, making crafty shopping a breeze.
We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. You know, we see the same people. We know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. I love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
Hello everybody, welcome back. We had a little bit of a dance in the break, as you do, because sometimes you just need to have a little bit of a dance to the song that's just singing in my head. I do worry about myself sometimes. I meant to say, we had a very nice message from your Al earlier. He said we're looking good, but it was such a long time ago. He always messages, he always watches.
I know.
I said to my husband earlier on, will you watch me? And he was like, no, I don't think so. The football's on. But yeah, he said he has watched me before. He does watch me. He's watched me once when I did my very first show 3 years ago. 5 minutes he watched me for, and that was it. Very rude.
He's a busy man. He's a busy man, Becky.
I don't know. He's at home on his own. He's just got the dog. He's got no one's there. No one's there. The house was clean and tidy. He's not eating proper meals. He's just having shakes at the moment. So it's not as though he's got to do any cooking. Very rude. He could be watching us on Crafters TV and commenting. I might message him during the break and say, look, no, you need to watch and interact because people want to know about you. Kay said it was a really nice card for Mother's Day that you've just made. I think she's right. It's lovely, that idea. But I think new baby, that kind of gingham, that sort of Bourgeois effect, weddings, that kind of thing is going to work really well.
So many different things it's going to work for. And actually, if you just change up the colour, you can create a whole different style of card. If you don't put a flower on there and you just put maybe a manly motorcycle or something topper and do it in navies and greens, you're just going to have a male version of the card as well. So I think edgeables really are the dyes that can just completely change your crafting just by switching up the colour.
Yeah, and like you were saying before, you know, using them for sort of napkin rings and things. Oh, there's all sorts of different things you can be using them for, aren't there?
You could put them as candle wraps. I mean, obviously don't burn the candles, but most people have decorative candles in their house. You could just use them as like a decorative candle holder.
Or maybe making them into little mini buckets for Easter eggs to go
into.
I
love that idea,
you fill it up with some mini eggs and then put them in a cello bag, and that could look quite nice.
And actually, that's made me think you could have them as a handle for your basket as well.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
We're full of ideas over here,
Of course we are, yeah. Anyone would think we were crafters.
I know, crazy. For Holidays Design says, I think I have every CTV masterclass on edgeables saved. I absolutely love them. Kay says, Debbie, thanks for the inspiration for these edgeables. Beautiful card and demo. And Teresa says, I'm getting a lot of inspiration from these demonstrations. Thank you. That is what we want you to know. That's what we need you to sort of see that we're doing, because they are really useful. And I always think that I tend to go back on things and watch them, because you see something, you think that's a really great idea, but you might not be in the opportunity to make that particular card, and being able to go back and see exactly how to do those different kinds of cards and change them up. Because if you said you always make a particular type of card, you want to make something different, this gives you an opportunity to see how to put everything together.
Yeah, I know lots of people that keep video diaries, and like they say, they put them into a Debbie folder or a Craig folder or a Becky folder, and I love that, because it really does show you that, especially when you've got your phone nowadays, everything can be stored somewhere, can't it? And there's just a way to do it. And even if you're not so tech savvy, like me, because I'm not very much, just write it in your diary. So you write the date of what it was, or just have yourself a list of the shows that you want to go back and watch, and just bookmark them. So there's always a way.
Absolutely, there is always a way. We're going to go back to these creator cards. So we showed you these earlier today. These are a fantastic deal here that we've got here, 30% off. Now these are absolutely brilliant for people that just want a quick card, not necessarily whether you are a brand new crafter, but sometimes we just need something quick and easy to create, because your children have told you they need a birthday card like in 3 minutes time when you're running out of the door. You can make something, I don't know if you can do it in 3 minutes, but you can certainly make something quite quickly with these, or you can use them for adapting more complicated designs as well. So these are really brilliant. This first one is your rose garden.
I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden.
That's the only bit we know, isn't it?
Yeah, we need to learn a bit more, don't we, next time we do the show.
So this is your rose garden, and you've got those other intricate dies in there, these sort of heart shapes down here. And as we were saying, most of them, I think all of them have got a stitching detail on them. This next one is, apart from this one, has that got stitching detail? Yeah, they have all got stitching detail on them. This is your dainty doodles. Very pretty one. Actually, you know what that would go with is that stamp. When we did those punny Christmas stamps, we did the bar humpug.
Yes.
That would work perfectly in there.
Yes, be very good.
I did like that stamp. I made lots of Christmas cards with that, and then I forgot to send them. Yeah, I'm going to keep them for next year, including all my Chinese New Year cards, which I didn't send to anybody either, so they can all have those next year. Timeless foliage here is that pretty one as well. Circular with all of those little swirls around the edge. Fancy florals. This is the one that you saw the royal we. I saw Debbie demonstrating earlier on today. You've got pretty petals here as well. That is really beautiful, and that works so well when you paper piece that together, nice and nice big pieces to paper piece on that one. And then timeless tiles as well. £67.96, $79.80. But do remember, 10% off if you use CTV Secret 10 until midnight tonight.
And don't knock that. I mean, that's another £6.79 off. That's a lot.
Yeah,
A lot of extra pennies on that.
It all adds up, doesn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Right, shall I show you what I've got in store with these ones?
I think so.
I love these because you're getting that versatility of not only the nesting dies, but you're cutting in die and your outside cutting edge. So the first thing I want to do is we're going to cut the whole thing out. So I've got this beautiful pearlized cardstock out of one of my pads. And we're just going to place that on top of there, and we're just going to have that frame to go round the outside. So let's take those ones down like so. There and there. Pop that there, and then another one on the other side, and then we can just run those through. And actually, because that's quite small, we're just going to run those through on our Gemini Junior plates. And that will go through into our Gemini. And for no other reason other than it's half the time that it takes the full plates to go through. So just getting that quick crafting. Right, the other thing I want to do is cut it out again in a white piece, but you don't need to see me cut it out of the white piece. But we're also going to see something slightly different with these ones as well. So let's take that away. So take all that part. And then take these ones. Look at that. I mean, it's so pretty. That is just gorgeous. Absolutely lovely. So we're going to have that one, and then we're going to just take all those pieces out there. Take them down. One little pink one, which must have been from another dye someone else has been using. There we go. So once we've cleared that, I'm going to now take all those pieces away. I've got a piece of card, and I will give you the measurements for this one. So the full measurement is 7 inches by 11 3/4. And then I've actually come in at 3 inches, 6 inches and 9 inches. Okay. And that's given me this sort of panel here. Now what that's going to do, if I can find, oh, it's right, no it's not. Oh, I've lost it, it's gone. It's gone. There it is. No, it's not. Oh, I have actually lost it. That's so strange. So strange. I'll make another one in a minute. So what I haven't got, you know what, I'm doing that a lot lately and not putting the bits in that I need. I haven't done myself a card blank, but what I'm going to do is cut this out of the centre of here, because we're going to actually make a pop-out piece. So we're going to pop that into the centre. I'm just sort of looking back to see roughly where the centre point is. So that looks about right. And then I'm also going to come in with this circle, the biggest circle piece. So let's take that one off and place that into the centre. And then we're just going to take that down as well. So pop that one and that one. Now what this is going to do, it's going to give us a pop-out element inside our card. So let's just pop that one down and that one, and then we'll run that one through.
I wonder whether they are little elves that hide our crafty bits when we come into the room, because I'm always losing things when I come in here. It's just that section over there.
Oh, I've just found it. It's right next to me. I was like, there it is.
There you were, doubting
It's not the elves, it's just me being like just ridiculously silly sometimes.
At least you had it.
At least I had it, yes, that's the main thing. Right, so what this is going to do, let me take this one out. So all like that, look how easy that all comes out. These are just the most incredible dies. They release the pieces just beautifully. So this bit now becomes a folded element that pops out inside your card.
I like that.
So if I bring my main card in, which I lost, but I didn't because it was right next to me, I've done that to the size, which that is going to hold inside. So when you stick that in, you've then got that piece on the inside. And this card I've done by, this is 7 inches by 5 3/4. So all I've done is I've used, I think this was the Knitwits collection I've used, the Kindly Thoughts papers.
Okay.
So we're just going to pop that onto the front. So let me bring in my tape. So it's a nice way that you can be decorative on the outside, but also have that beautiful decorative elements on the inside. And just give something that's really pleasing to the eye and something different and something also unexpected, because lots of people wouldn't expect something to be inside the card. And for anyone that's wondering where you then put your message, I would just put it onto the back, so you can just stamp your sentiment onto the back. Then with this one here, what you want to do is take that die again, so that centre die, let me just bring that round. So that centre part, let me just take those pieces off. Just die cut that one in, and then also have a white one as well. So what we're going to do with these ones, we're going to layer them over the top of each other.
Okay.
So I'm just going to make sure my dies are there. So this is going to be on your front, so you're going to do your beautiful element here, and we're going to nest these on top of each other. So let me bring in that scrap piece of card. Just going to add some dots onto the back. So it's just a case of using all these onto here.
Just heard it's snowing again outside.
Is it? I can't hear anything actually, so maybe I'm not.
What, snow?
Huh?
Snow?
No, not snow.
I've realised, I saw Tracy signalling to me that it's snowing outside still. It's not snow, so yeah, good thing I'm not driving back to London tonight, I think.
Well, let's hope you don't get snowed in.
Yeah, I could be in the house for days. You think you'll get snowed into the gallery? Might be here all night. Good thing there's a vending machine. But there's a couple of sofas, but I'm quite, I don't think anyone would fit on the sofa over there. It's all a bit small for sleeping.
Lost my tool.
Oh, is it? It's not snowing? Oh, okay. Oh. Casey was fibbing, as was my weather app.
Right, so just using my scoring tool to go down the back. So that creates our beautiful topper there to go on the front of our card. So let's again add those dots just to pop that down.
I really like that green colour.
It's nice, isn't it?
It is, it's almost sort of a light olive green, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's got quite a zest to it, as a zesty sort of green. Yeah, it's really beautiful. Again, it was just the papers that were in, I think, with the Knitwicks collection. So let's pop that onto the front. That way, I think. Just into the centre, like so. So that gives us our beautiful front. And again, always make sure you just make sure that you burnish those down. And then when we've done that, we're then going to put a sentiment on the front. So this is the one I used earlier in the craft along. And we're just going to pop some foam pads onto the top of that. So let's just add a couple there onto there. But before I put that down, we're just going to make sure I've got that the right way. Yep, so that's the back. Just going to take our tape all the way around there. So that will securely pop that in the middle. Again, that's the nesting dies that you get with there. And then we're going to just pop that one on the top. So that gives you your...
That's so pretty.
It's lovely, isn't it? Because you get those nesting dies, that's just so simple, isn't it, to do a beautiful card. But then to have your inside decorated, so what we're going to do with this one, I've got some panels. So the panels here, I've got some for the inside of my card. So this one is going to go onto the inside. Let's grab some pens.
I think just getting that card from seeing it on from the front, you'd immediately think, oh, that's a lovely card. But when you're opening it, it's another element to it.
Oh, absolutely. And by decorating it, it just looks so beautiful. So we're leaving a little border just in that mid-centre. And then we're going to do the same with this one. So again, it's a case of just going round with your tape pen. Make sure we get those leaves the right way. And we're just going to leave that slight border again on that side. And then when we come to put this one in, we're going to use this one. Our borders are going to go onto this panel because this is what's going to be stuck down. So again, just using those beautiful, I mean, such lovely pastel colours in this Knitwick collection. But you'll have whatever papers you've got in your stash. And that's the great advantage with buying creator cards or edgeables, is you can literally use whatever papers you've got, whatever beautiful paper pads you love. And please use them. Becky, I say it all the time, and I moaned at Craig the other day because he doesn't use his paper pads because he loves them too much. And actually, you can't take paper pads with you when you're gone. Use them.
I can understand why you feel like that, because I didn't touch, I've got winter white and I haven't touched it.
Oh no.
Because it was too nice. I just didn't want to, there was never a time where I thought, oh, you know, I'm ready to sort of cut into this.
So the reason I say for people to use it is because I've done that myself and not used papers for so long, and then realised that so many other new paper pads come out that you love just as much. You end up with ones that you're just never going to use, and it just seems a little bit of a shame.
It does.
I would always say, if you don't know if you're going to use, if you don't want to use it, buy two.
Right.
And then that way you can keep one and then you can use one. But it does seem a little bit pointless buying a paper pad and not using it. I know they're beautiful, but they're just lovely. So now I use all my paper pads and I go back and use them. And I just, I think they're made to be used because they're so beautiful, not made to just sit in a pad and no one see them.
No, it's true. I bought 2 of every Harry Potter book just for exactly the same reason. So one to read,
so you didn't damage
and one to keep. Yeah.
I love that idea.
Yeah. So I've got far too many Harry Potter books now.
My granddaughter's just suddenly getting into Harry Potter. Isn't it funny? All them years ago.
Yeah.
And yet it's never gone away.
No.
There's the love of Harry Potter. Doesn't matter how many times you've seen a film. Oh, can't believe I just did that. It will last forever, you're right. I think it will go on forever and ever.
It'd be quite weird for, because I think Rupert Grint's had a child now, but none of the others have. But when they will have children, I suppose, or you know, their friends will have children. They'll see them as children.
Was it you that was telling me that you can't watch the end of the film?
Yeah, I also can't read the end of the book. So the last chapter of the last book and the last scene of the last film I can't watch. And I went to Harry Potter World last weekend with my niece and some the bridesmaids, and they had some of the set with the clothing that you know, Harry and Hermione and Ron wore in that last scene when they're on the train, and I couldn't even look at it because it upsets me, because it was at the end. And we talked about this last night. I obviously don't like endings of things. I'm a bit strange like that, but yeah. So Jamie's saying that it's in Toy Story, it's a bit when you're going in. Well, what bit was that? Was that the last Toy Story, Toy Story 3?
I haven't seen Toy Story 3.
No,
that was 2, wasn't it? That was with Lotso Bear.
That was 3, wasn't it? That was 3.
When there were a big fire, a furnace, and they were all going down there.
Yeah, they're going down the furnace.
3, was it? Oh, okay. So I have seen 3. It's 4 I haven't seen. And they're going to make a 5th one, aren't they? Yeah. There we go. So we've got our beautiful card on the outside, and then on the inside, you've got that gorgeous design.
That is incredible. It looks so good. Really, really like that. So this is our simple creator card collection. So you've got all these different dies here. So you've got 6 pieces. The first one is your... Rose garden.
I never promised you a rose garden.
I tried. This next one is Dainty Doodles. Then we have your timeless foliage. We have our fancy florals. We also have pretty petals. And then finally we have traditional tiles, £67.96, $79.80, but we don't want to do that. We want to give you another 10% off, so use CTV Secret 10. I keep wanting to say special. It is special. The next thing we're going to be doing is the ink pads. Yeah. So this is our collection of ink pads that we've got for you. So these are water reactive ink pads. You've got 10 altogether here. So the first one is your Sandstorm. You can't sing that song, Jamie. It doesn't work. You need some, you know, it can't be sung. This is, I know what it is. Yeah, Danube, what are they called? The band? Yeah, Daruda, it's close to it. This is Anthracite. Then we've got Bordeaux. We then have, this one I didn't check, pumice. Then we have Smoked Pearl. I want to say Smoked Eel. I need to put my glasses on. Smoked Pearl.
Smoked Eel.
Grasshopper. We've got Seal Brown. We've got Crushed Velvet. We've got Spar Blue. And we've got Twilight Grey here. So this is £40 or $60, over 30% saving. Do remember you can still use your code to get your 10% off until midnight tonight. So really great for blending. Don't make the mistake and buy the wrong ones like I did and then try and blend them because it doesn't work. You need to use those. This one is our modern edgeables that we've got here today. So these ones are great. This is the Japanese Anemone. I think that one is my favourite one. We've also got Proud Peacock here, which is very pretty, Romantic Rose and Spring Tulip. £28.86, $37.46, platinum price is £23.09 or $29.97. And Debbie, you're going to do a demonstration with these ones, aren't you?
Yes, so I'm going to do quite quickly. We're going to run through it and get to the end quite quickly because we do need to get the vote done as well. Yep. What I have done is I've chopped up some Centura Pearl. So I'm doing something very similar to what I did earlier, but just slightly different. So I've got myself a piece of card. I'll give you the measurements for it. I've done this at 6.5 by 6.5. I've scored in at then 1/2 inch, and then I've trimmed off 3 inches. And then what I've done is I've just created this line around here. Not only does that give me a line to where to cut, so I know exactly where this is going to cut into there onto that line, it just gives me a nice decorative border as well. So all we're going to do is run that through and cut that. So I'm going to actually, let me place those like that. I was getting confused with what platform we had them. Let's pop them onto there, hold that into place. And then we're just going to pop some tape down. So low tack tape, and then tape that one across like so. And then run that through the machine. So it's just a case of whatever has an edge on them, an edgeable will cut that edge away and give you that decorative border. So the difficult decision you've got to do is just decide what different concept cards you want to make with them. So once you've done that, that's going to cut that out absolutely stunningly. You can see that. It's got beautiful. This one is so lovely. I mean, really, really lovely. So you've got that design, so like so, plus that edge. So what we're going to do now, cut that out again. So I'm not going to do that because I have got another one, but you want to lay that on your other piece of card. That will create these two borders like this. And then all I've done is created a piece of, well, not created myself, but I've trimmed down a piece of acetate that's going to fit on the front. So we're making this back into a 6x6 card. Okay. So you're just going to have that onto there. Now all I'm going to do is using my tape pen. Let's go across the top here, like so. And then we're just going to add that down to our acetate. So I'm going to do that first, so we've got that into place. And then all I then need to do is take the dotty tape pen, and then we're going to use, use the back of this card actually. We're just going to add that tape to all that section. So just be really gentle when you're doing this, because you don't want to stretch any of your petals or your leaves where those little tiny pieces come out. In fact, it's best to pull away from there, so we make sure that we've got everything covered, but we're not affecting the actual design. So just like so, and then we can just fold that down onto there, then turn that over, and again just burnish that down. Okay. So that makes sure that really grips into that cardstock. So then what we're going to do is have our, I've lost my paper pieces. Oh, I've lost them, my goodness, it's a day of losing things. But if you get some, now I've used this colour Centura and green, so we've used the mint green. This is actually the A3 cardstock that Becky was showing you earlier. It's the green one, and you're getting that free if you're going to go for those full sets. But if you've got any little odd bits, this is great, because all you want to do is take your die. We don't need all of that cut out, so what I would do is just place over your leaf where you want to get that pink. And then when you start paper piecing, this is what you're going to end up with. So paper piecing all those bits back. Using Centura and having it like that, doesn't that look nice? Really lovely. And then all I'm going to do, because I want to keep it nice and light, I don't want to use a stark white, so I thought cream would go really nice with that. So we're making this, it's quite a romantic card, isn't it? So we're going to pop that into place, and then I'm just going to have my tape pen on that side. And then we can just pop that onto that back panel. If you did want to, you could always make that into one size of card and then mat and layer, but I thought that was a little bit silly when we could just put that on there, have that contrast. And then I've just got myself a sentiment here which says, with deepest gratitude. And then we're just gonna pop some foam pads on there, and then have that on the front. And then I've just got one more thing where I found myself some nice mint green ribbon, and then I had a little pink button, so we're just going to use that to decorate the top there.
It's very sort of vintage feel to
yes,
that,
very much a vintage feel, but just real soft focus I wanted on that one, just to have that beautiful design. And there we go.
Stunning. Very, very nice. I think it's time for us to try and do the vote for the show, but it's going to be quite difficult.
Yes, we've got quite a few here, haven't we?
And we've got to do vote for the day as well, haven't we? Demo of the day.
Ooh.
So lots and lots of votes to squeeze in. So whilst Debbie's getting all that together, lots of people have said, actually Michelle Knits for You says, take pictures of your paper pads and then put them in an 8x10 frame. That's probably quite a good idea. I do have photographs, I do have pieces of fabric in frames that I like to keep, because I don't want to cut into them. Lois says, beautiful card. Pamela, another gorgeous card. Louise says, really enjoyed the show, all the fantastic singing. I don't know if it was fantastic, but okay. And stunningly beautiful cards. I have to go, but have a lovely evening, everyone. And Teresa says, I love all of Crafter's Companion edgeables. They are really beautiful. So you've got all, wow, that's a lot of makes.
I know, it's a lot of
in
makes,
the last show.
yes.
Wow. Okay, so if you go through them for us.
Right, number 1 was our word edgeable that sold out. Number 2 was our Grande. Number 3, our modern. Number 4, our Grande. Number 5 was that beautiful simple creator card. And number 6 was our modern edgeable. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6.
Wow, excellent. Oh, I don't know what one I like. I don't know. They're all amazing, really good. So do get your votes in so we can see which is a vote for the show, because we'll also need to do a vote for the day as well. So we're going to show you some other deals. Do remember, if you're going to be buying anything today, you want to use that code CTV Secret 10 to get 10% off. I've said it so many times, haven't I? If anyone's watching and doesn't remember what that code is, you know, rewind the show and watch it all over again. So first thing we're going to show you are our die cutting tool pack. So you've got various die cutting tools in here. You've got a set of pokey tools, you've got some tape, you've also got some replacement brush heads, as well as that die brush and the foam pad. It's not £10.37, excuse me, £16.77. It's a 30% saving you're getting on this, sorry, 35% saving on that one, so really good deal. Your next thing you've got is your double-sided adhesive sheets. So we were talking about those earlier on today. A pack of 3. You're going to be getting 18 sheets in total, £11.98 or $19.98. Again, you can use your code. Next item that we have for you are our tricolour markers. So you saw those earlier today. It's 12 markers altogether in 4 different packs. 25% saving. It's £29.87 or $44.85. The next item we have for you is the Ultimate Pro. It's a boxer board and the tape pen collection. So you're going to be getting a 20% saving on this. It's £39.99 and we've got loads of videos online to show you exactly how to use that, or $69.95. Once again, remember to use your code in order for you to get your discount. Your platinum price would be £31.99 or $55.96. The next item is your essential cutting tools. So if you're a bit nervous about cutting onto your glass mat, this pack includes a plastic self-healing mat as well. You've got the mat, you've got an acrylic ruler, excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat, excuse me. That's a bit better. You've got your scissors, you've got an edge crimper, you've got a swivel scalpel and or craft knife, and you've got a straight craft knife as well. £25.35 or £20.28 if your platinum price. Then we have the Moss Pop. This is the most popular item. Oh, fantastic. This is your luxury card 3-pack collection in green, ice blue and red. So you've got 2 different types of card in there. You've got a kind of satin pearlescent effect, and you've also got a glitter effect on there as well. £19.50 or $31.50. That's really good for 90 sheets you're going to be getting in there. That's a huge deal. £15.60 or $25.20. Really, really good. Right, demo of the show. What one do you think?
5.
5. I thought 5. What do we think in the gallery? George is right. It's number 3.
1, 2, 3. That one, yes.
Okay.
Like that one. It's a little bit different, that one.
Exactly. We need to do demo of the day. So I'll just go and grab those. God, it seems like a long time ago that we did that first demo. There we go. So, number 1 is this one here. This is your tulips. Number 2 is this fantastic one we've got from the Craft Along. Look at that, that's really clever. And this is number 3. So do get your votes in. 1, 2, 3. Oh, before I drop them all on the floor. Very difficult to choose. Again, they make such great items. What have we got coming up tomorrow? So we've got, you're going to be in tomorrow, aren't you? You're presenting tomorrow.
Yeah, we've got yes, I'm presenting tomorrow. Jan's in, and I literally can't wait. We've got a masterclass coming up, a stamping masterclass in the morning, and then we've got the first look at the glitter paste. If ever you were going to learn anything, Jan is the one that's going to teach you how to do something, and all the accessories that come with it as well. And then obviously we've got Second Chance Sunday, which is always a great one where we take a look at everything over the last couple of weeks that we sort of pick and what what we really like. So it's going to be amazing.
Fantastic. That looks really good. And we've got loads of deals still on the website for National Craft Month. So do have a look at those. Always remembering to use that code to get your 10% off. There's also Mother's Day coming up. So there's a Mother's Day gift card deal. So if you buy a Mother's Day gift card, you'll get a £5 off yourself on the gift cards as well. So, you know, you're giving to your mum and you're also getting a little bit of something extra for yourself as well. Probably something I should do after all the crafty stuff I bought for my mum. I think a gift card might be the way to go for my mum. Absolutely useful for her to do that. Demo of the day. Do we know for sure? It says, I think one of them has got it. I don't know if that's a definite yet. Is that a definite? I don't know. Rachel, is that a definite? That one has won? We don't know yet. I'm not sure. It says, I think something has had, no, which number it was, has it, but I don't know for sure. So I might wait 2 seconds just to make sure that comes through, because I don't want to say it's the wrong one, but I think it's the one we all thought it should win. Anyway. Well, while we're waiting for that confirmation to come through, I just wanted to run by the US change in time. So tomorrow is your spring forward. But it's only spring forward for the US customers. So we don't have that time change in the UK until the 26th of March. So for the next 2 weeks, the timings are going to change very slightly for the US. So in the UK, our 11 o'clock show is going to be 7 a.m. Eastern time and 4 a.m. Pacific time. Then our 2 o'clock show will be 10 a.m. and 7 a.m. And our 6 o'clock show will be 2 p.m. and 11 a.m. And then by the time we get round in the next 2 weeks, we'll all be back in sync with each other as well. But do remember that. I'm going to just have a quick look to see. Oh, yeah. Well, this one was very close, but this one had it. Number 2. Well done. I mean, they're all beautiful, but that is really, really stunning. Lovely card here. So I am back next Friday. I've got Softer Side on Friday, and then I've got Quilting Day on Saturday.
Are you not back before then? Am I not working with you, or maybe not?
I hope not.
No,
No, I don't mean to be rude, but I'm going home.
I think it's just because I thought we were all sharing the house together, but actually I'm going home a day early, so I won't see you on the Thursday.
We got really confused about who was sharing the house
We
last
did,
night.
yeah.
And it took us quite a long time, and it included lots of phone calls to Brent, who was out, saying, Brent, how many of us are staying in the house? Do any of us need to sleep on the sofa? But yeah, it was all right. So no, I'm back on Friday. Well, I'll be in on Thursday.
I'm hoping I will see you very soon. It's been a lovely day today. Thank you,
It's always lovely
Becky.
working with you. You're going to show me how to do my hair later.
Yes, let's do it. We'll have a hair,
it's going to be like hairdressers
night
over our house. So I do hope you've enjoyed the show and you've learnt plenty. We've had a great time with everybody. Thanks very much to Gareth for joining that craft along. If you do want to craft along with any of us, we gave you the details earlier in the show. You can just message in and let us know, because we're always looking for people to join in with those craft alongs. But do have a lovely Saturday night. Hopefully it's not snowing when we get outside and we'll be able to drive home. And thank you very much for joining us. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Thank you.